5.
Cheryl Cole, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Let's start by taking the last week in your life.
Right.
You were live at Wembley for 2 nights supporting Coldplay.
Yeah.
You've had your X Factor commitments.
Yes.
Ashley played for Chelsea on Sunday and scored. I don't know what you did yesterday, but you're probably working. And today you've got countless interviews with people like me to promote the new album, 3 Words, and your new single, Fight for This Love.
Yes.
Is every week like this in your personal life?
It is. But it's all good.
Do you enjoy it?
I love it. I really do. And when I'm at home, I'm itching to be at work, so I would far rather be doing this. And they say better to be busy than bored. Better to be busy than bored. That's the right one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Is your personal secretary got the busiest job in the world then, organising this for you?
I do have a girl I work with called Lily. But no, I have a fantastic management team, and my record label are amazing, so I can cope.
Do you follow what they say, or do you just say, hang on a minute, I want to do this now? Or
No,
who calls the shots?
It's very much a team thing. Like, today, this is everyone, this is great for everybody, but if it's something I'm not happy with, of course, I'd say I'm not happy.
Alexandra was on the show last week.
Yeah, everybody's been saying that, It's like we've been doing it. She texted us when she was leaving, saying leaving for my radio tour in the morning for 2 weeks. I think she was on the road for.
That's right, yeah. And she came into us, I think it was last Friday. We were one of the last ones because she started in Glasgow and came to the south. And I asked her about this article in Hello magazine about you paying $5,000 holiday for her to the Seychelles. And she said, you'll have to ask Cheryl to see if it's true or not.
No, it's not true.
Oh, okay.
It's not true. I did.
Because it was her 21st.
It was her 21st birthday, and I was devastated because she's been talking about turning 21 since I met her. Literally since last year. She was like, my 21st birthday. I'm like, chill out a little bit. You've got a year left before you're 21. Really wanted to be there, and I was actually doing my judge's home's part of the X Factor on her 21st birthday. So I did send her a gift, but that wasn't it. Right,
okay. Do you often text her and find out how she's getting on?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I'd love to know how she's getting on. I've got to.
And are you proud?
Extremely. There's no other fee. Like, when we used to do stuff with Girls Aloud, like, whether it was our choreographer or someone from the record label or someone from management, would have this look on their face when you come off stage, like they were so proud. And I could always see the look in their eye, but never relate to it, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. But when I was mentoring Alexandra, I got that feeling. So it was like I could feel it from their point of view, how it feels for them to watch us. And I've still got that feeling. I seen a video for the first time the other day, and I could have burst with pride. It's like there's no bigger buzz. That's part of it's the only reason I love being on the X Factor, if I'm totally honest, is the buzz of watching a talent grow and you being part of that talent is an amazing. It's almost on par with doing it yourself.
And she's such a lovely girl as well.
She is brimming with excitement.
She is.
She's like the enthusiasm. She keeps it fresh for me. She's so enthusiastic, and there's nothing jaded about it yet. Everything's new, everything's exciting, and you just have to talk to her and you feel excited. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about X Factor for a minute, because boot camp starts on our TVs this weekend.
Yes.
Are you allowed to tell us yet which group you're going to be mentoring?
I don't think so.
Okay,
no.
I thought that would probably be the case. Anybody that stands out already that you think, aha?
Yeah, and it's the same people everybody's talking about. The over 25s category are very, very, very strong at the moment, but a lot of drama unfolds at the boot camp stage.
Oh, really?
Few surprises in there.
So how far are you ahead from what's being shown on our screens?
We are about 3-4 weeks ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
And how is that kept a secret? How are the contestants who are no longer in boot camp? They have to sign something?
I don't actually know. I really don't know how that works out. I think obviously the media don't want it to be out there because it's a bit like someone on the radio saying the football score before someone's got home, I suppose. People enjoy watching And
it would spoil it.
It would spoil it for everybody, yeah. It's no point, really.
And I suppose that's taking up most of your time at the moment, is it?
Yeah. So the X Factor, the solo stuff, and I just signed a L'Oreal. I'm an ambassador.
I want to come on to that in just a moment as well, yeah. Because since you became a judge on the X Factor last year, your popularity around the country has rocketed. I saw an article in the press last week about role models for young people, and there was a picture of you and David Beckham as modern-day role models. Do you realise that you have this burden of responsibility? And if you do, does it put any pressure on you?
The role model's a big responsibility, and it's something I take seriously, but I'm still a human being, you know. I'm still going to make mistakes, no doubt. I'm still going to make bad choices or wrong decisions. I can only hope that as part of being a role model that people learn from that, I suppose. I don't read into any of that. I don't read any of the magazines. I don't want to hear all the negativity or feel the negativity, because it can be soul destroying. And the same terms, I don't want to hear that I'm being bigged up as a role model or a style icon or whatever I am, because I don't want to believe that type either. I don't want to be pushed up as high as they can push us to fall that far. So I just kind of get my head down and do with what I'm doing. And I love the fact that people are supportive, and if I'm having that impact, that's amazing.
Because as soon as I found out I was coming to see you today, I've got 2 daughters, and it was on Facebook within seconds, and like all their mates saying, "Oh my God, you're going to do this," and get, because they all loved you, or they loved. I'm not talking the past. They all love you.
I love that.
Yeah, it's
love that.
Yeah, it was just they're just so excited.
Yeah, and I can't describe to you how that feels. I can't. I just gotta, like I say, just get me head.
This L'Oreal thing, it's another string to your ever-growing bow rather, that you've signed this new deal with L'Oreal.
Yeah.
Now I think this is an obvious association between 2 brands. Are there any brands that you've had to turn down because you didn't feel it was the right thing for you?
Yeah.
You'd have to name them.
No. Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. There are things that you get asked to do that either I like to feel like I'm connected as well, so it might be something that people would even associate publicly, think it was a good idea, but I don't particularly like the brand, or I don't want to be seen to be endorsing that product or whatever. And yeah, it has to come from really from inside, like I really genuinely. And who doesn't want to be a L'Oreal girl? Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. I grew up watching the "Because You're Worth It" ads, and then I'm sitting there saying "Because You're Worth It." It's like weird. It's one of those things that every girl wants to do.
Did you practice it in front of the mirror?
No, and I probably
come on.
I should have. I really should have, because when I had come to the point where I had to say it, I giggled for the first few takes. I had that nervous kind of quivering in my voice, because it just like the room went silent and everybody was watching. You know, like the pressure was on to deliver this "Because You're Worth It." Then it comes out in a thick Geordie accent.
I was going to say, yeah.
All you ever hear is the American version of it, so all a bit surreal. To be honest with you, a bit of a surreal day.
Because can you say it?
Because You're Worth It.
Excellent, fantastic, fantastic. Right, now Girls Aloud taking time out till 2010.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
That's right.
Okay. When you went to make the new album, then were you conscious of not wanting to make a solo Girls Aloud album?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. And the good thing about that is we've always worked with Brian Higgins on every album for the past 7 years. So we have a very specific sound. And even though it's moved on, it's specific, because even our voices blended together creates a specific sound. The people that we work with, we all work in the same way. So I was aware of it, but I still wanted to connect with the people that have supported me for the past 7 years. So I didn't want to be too different neither. So it was a bit of one of those, really. I wanted to be true to myself and the music I love listening to at home, which is a bit more, I would say, R&B.
Yeah.
So I kind of made a pop R&B record and hoped to keep everybody happy. But I've absolutely, whether or not this is going to work, I don't know. You never know. But I've absolutely had the most fantastic experience making this record.
And better so that doing it solo as opposed to with the other girls?
It was hard in the beginning because it was something obviously new, and it's a challenge, and it's scary. It's scary not being guarded, but also really liberating and different. After 7 years of doing the same thing, it's like, wow, God, I'm there writing stuff, and yeah, so bittersweet in a lot of ways, but just a fantastic experience.
I've seen there were a couple of pictures in some of today's newspapers of the outfits you wear in the video, One of
Oh,
them,
really?
Yeah, it was in Metro, the free newspaper that give away into radio station, railway stations. And one of them looks like you've got nails sticking out.
Yes.
So, yeah, oh my
It's
God.
an agent provocateur.
Oh, is it?
It is.
It looks fantastic.
It's a corset, and it actually was spiky.
Yeah.
And the spike screwed on.
So somebody's
It's a little bit lethal.
Somebody's job was to screw on your spikes that day.
Yeah.
God, and they got paid for that.
Yeah. She's amazing.
Oh, that's all right.
She's amazing. No, that was. It's about the image I wanted to give off for the song, which is fighting, empowering, and it's a very strong look.
It does look very strong.
Spiky corset.
So, with this ridiculously busy schedule, do you think you'll ever stop and consider raising a family?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's more important to me than anything else I do. For me, this is all make believe. This is like the stuff that your dreams are made of.